Howdy guys, Jimmy Song here. I wanted to talk in this video about why holding is just so difficult. Holding is considered a virtue in the Bitcoin community, at least among the maximalists like me. And there's a good reason for that. It is very, very difficult to do, and almost everything in society makes you not want to hold. And in this video, I'm going to go through 3 reasons why it is very difficult. All right, so reason number one. Reason number one why holding is hard is because the government wants you to spend. And the reason why the government wants you to spend is because of their flawed economic models. They think most of government is Keynesian at this point, from Democrats like Obama and others to Republicans like George W. Bush and Rudy Giuliani. They all encouraged spending. Right after 9/11, Bush and Giuliani were out there telling everyone to go spend. Obama and Biden were telling everyone to spend after they got elected, and there was like a recession in 2008 and stuff like that. That is a normal thing, and that's because of their flawed Keynesian thinking. They think that by increasing demand, by encouraging people to spend, that will lead to full employment and things like that. Of course, that's not true. If you study Austrian economics, you know exactly why. But basically, they want you to spend in part because they get more tax revenue and they can control you a little more. But it's mostly because of their flawed economic models, which say that the more demand there is, the better it is for everybody. It's a form of the broken window fallacy. If you don't know what that is, go look that up. Anyway, so the government really wants you to spend. They don't want you to hold. Another entity that really wants you to spend are businesses, and they compete to go get your cash, right? They tempt you with all sorts of advertisements. They play all sorts of tricks to try to get you to spend your money. And in that way, they're trying to compete for your business. Oftentimes, they haven't had to work very hard because we have fiat money and people are sort of incentivized to spend anyway. This is where business and government coming together can be so evil, because they encourage spending in such a way as to so that you don't get that much value out of the money that you're spending. So businesses want you to spend for obvious reasons, that it affects their bottom line. They want to be the ones holding the money, and oftentimes government and business will get together and facilitate a regime in which you get into debt in order to fund all your purchases and spending. And this it's a debt-driven economy. A lot of people in the United States are in a lot of debt for that reason. So that's the government is one reason, businesses are another reason, and the third reason why it's really difficult to hold is yourself. We all have desires and wants and needs and things that we really want to get like right now, and this relates to short time preferences. We want certain things right now, and it's hard to resist, especially when there are all of these temptations around us that tell us, hey, you deserve this, or you deserve that, or you want this, wouldn't you look so cool if you got that. That is very, very difficult to resist, and perhaps that is the most difficult to resist, and one of the biggest reasons why it is so hard to hold, because you have desires inside of you that you want to satisfy. Now, some of them are wants, some of them are needs. If they're actual needs, you actually do need to spend. Other times, if they're just wants, then it's not worth spending, and that's the hardest part, and that requires a lot of inner discipline. It requires a lot of mental discipline, emotional discipline, and these are sort of self-improvement things that you need to work on in order to be able to hold. And this is why we say that holding is really difficult, and you earn every penny when you hold through bear or bull market. It's very tempting to go and spend the money instead, especially since all of society pretty much wants you to spend in every way, shape, and form. Anyway, hope that helps you. You should, if you have trouble in this area, look into self-improvement and sort of removing a lot of your desires. Stoic philosophy helps a lot in that regard. Prayer, meditation, things of that nature helps you as well. Anyway, hope that helps you. This song is done.